I really want to know. If I can jumpstart that conversation, I'm well on my way to becoming perceived as a trusted resource. And what's really cool, once I know what the concerns are, I'm in a better ability to align my benefits consistent with their needs. And we're going to actually practice this. Question 5, tell me about your competitive advantage and how the person in the position could enhance or compromise the direction. I find that to be very effective in what I do. What is your competitive advantage? What is it you do that's in the outer core? Where do you bring value that others don't? And how can that right person bring value or compromise the value? Questions about these? Anybody, any question of the 5 you like in particular and why? Let's just open it up. Anybody like a particular question that would work well in your industry that you're applying to it? Yes?
Ask the question other than to comment.
Please.
What is the difference between 1 and 4? I think that you'll often be perceived at the other end as them being the same.
It really would. These are just things that came to my mind. There's no real difference. It's just I teed it up in a little different way.
Okay, and then well, I found that if you're talking to HR for that screening interview,
yes.
It's very hard to get an answer to these questions. So do you
Difficult.
see a difference between HR versus the actual interview in how we get past the HR?
I could not disagree with that. What we're going to look at is strategies for working through the screeners, the HR people. You're absolutely right. This really works really well when the person you're interviewing with really understands the answer to these questions. If they're just processing paperwork, it's more difficult. So we're going to look at strategies how to get through that, but I agree with you, it is a challenge. Anybody else? A question you like? Yeah. Because it's yours now, April. It's yours.
Good morning. Thank you so very much for this presentation. I'm getting a lot out of it already. Number 5, that is very important. That would be very important to me as an employer. Tell me about your competitive advantage and how the person in the position could enhance or compromise the direction. Because I am a service provider, reputation means a lot. Because anybody, in my humble opinion, anybody can take care of anybody.
That's core. That's core, right?
Right.
Yeah.
However, employees can compromise. I've had that slight experience already.
All right.
Your weakest link can take your company into entirely different direction.
How many people have found that, hired people, that the interaction or the lack of it they have with customer base ultimately compromises the value of the company? Even though that's not part of their job description, they do interface, like the auditors, right, Gus? You're going to interface all the time. You can be technically able. You can know GAAP or whatever fouled it. I don't know what it is. You can write the essay exam. But unless you're able to leave that person with the impression you're out to further their agenda, you're not going to get the repeat. So, excellent. I love that question, too. Anybody else? Question you like. Why? All right, let's just show of hands. How many people like number 1? All right, it's yours. Own it. Okay, because we're going to role play. Let's have a little fun with this later. How about number 2, the right employee in position impact your value proposition? 2. How about 3? Can a prospective employee, how does he bring maximum value? 3. 4, when you think of the best employee in the position, what skill sets do they possess?